What's up with it, bro?
Chillin'. I made it. I made it. Can you see me now? The view. View from the oil. What up, Daddy?
But for people who don't know you are, introduce yourself, man.
They don't know.
Let them know.
Oh my God, Kitty Mom here, man. Streets 105.1, very own. Mr. Turn Your Radios Up. Let's go.
Let's go. Like that, man. But yeah, we got a whole host of things we can talk about. But before we get into all that, man, we gonna straight get to know you a little bit better outside of the radio.
Okay.
What part of St. Louis did you come up in?
I'm from the north side, man. Natural Bridge, and Taylor, Chameleon, Farley, man. From the north side.
Okay,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
A little treacherous over there.
It's treacherous all around this month. But yeah, it's like that over there, man. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. For somebody who never been in that area, how would you describe it?
It's just like everywhere else, man. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, we try to make like different sides, and this side harder than that side. It's tougher on this side. I ain't gonna lie. Them projects where the people in the projects live, that's kind of tough.
Yeah,
but it's tough. So salute to all my project people. But it's just like any other hood, man. Growing up on the north side, it was some getting money people over there, and then it's poverty, it's older people that's been over there for years, it's just normal like everywhere else, man, for real.
Yeah. Did you come up in two-parent household or?
So my mom was married since I was 5.
Gotcha.
And they're divorced now, but I had a stepdad and I had my biological father. And for me, I had the two-parent family. It was me, my sister, and my mother and my stepfather. Yes. And we grew up, like I said, in that neighborhood, but we had like one of the nicest houses in that neighborhood. I had a pool and a basketball hoop in my backyard all my life. So I was all right, but it's all this other crime and stuff going on around me. So I thought my house was normal. But when I went down the street and people had their windows open and sheets on the windows, it was like shell shocking. Like, damn, this everybody ain't living like we living up the street. And so it was like that. And having a stepfather helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. He let me know, regardless of whatever he was going through with my mom, he let me know he got up every day. He drank. No matter what time he got in the house, if he was drinking, he was drunk, he got up in the morning, he went to work. So I think I got a lot of that from him, and just seeing how men and women in a relationship, black men and women, work together to raise children, man. So that was big for me. And then going over there and living and spending time with my old dude, that was like shell shocking too, because it's a lot of siblings, there's a lot of other shit going on, and but it still was good. It was all good. It was a balance. You need that. I think all kids need that. You need a balance. You're just not growing up one way.
You said a lot of siblings. How many siblings do you have?
Oh, it's 6 of us on my daddy's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
On your daddy side.
Just on my daddy's side, it's 6 of us. On my mother's side, it's just me and my little sister.
Gotcha.
I'm the oldest on my mother's side. I'm the middle child on my dad's side, so it's like, and I tease a lot of people that come up to my show. I tease them a lot, and cause that matters, how you grow up or your siblings and stuff like that. So they always tell you, listen to my oldest and don't touch my youngest. Like that's the thing. So being a middle child, I definitely understand that too, and having the kids of my own.
Most definitely. But you, like you said, you came up in an area where people didn't have something that you had. Did people like kind of pick on you or just try to?
Yeah, I had braces, and
I
got punched in the mouth. Somebody told me that I was down there. I had got put out of my mom's house. I just took everything for granted. You know what I'm saying? And growing pains. You know what I mean? I'm wanting to listen and stuff like this. So she put me out. Like, all right, well, if you feel like it's better out in the world, go on see what could come of that. You know what I mean? And just going out, I remember being down the street from my house, because I ain't go far. This all I know, know this neighborhood. So I was staying down the street with my grandmother, and I was actually up the street from my grandmother's house, but it's down the street from my house, my mom's house. My mom and my grandmother and my great-grandmother, we all stay on the same block.
Oh, wow.
So I was down the street and somebody punched me in my mouth and told me to get back up the street. You're not from over here. They told me that. That guy told me I wouldn't. I say, no, you really not from over here. You can see my house from what we talking about. I'm not from over here. So he was basically saying, you're not from over here with this street stuff and being outside and stuff like that. And that was a learning experience. And I ain't have no problems with nobody after that neither.
You say,
yeah. After that, I ain't have no problem. I ain't have no problems after that. But yeah, it was tough, man. But it wasn't as tough as it could have been. Because I didn't really want to be outside because I didn't know what outside was.
Gotcha.
You get what I mean? So coming up, they kept me busy with sports. I played basketball, football, baseball. I also played the clarinet. A lot of people don't know that. I played the clarinet growing up. I wasn't good though. I just know the bump, 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 bump. That's the only thing I know. That's the only one I know. So I did that. But I just love music, man. My mom had me really, really into music. She had all the tapes, and then she had all the CDs. I got my first CD was Mace, Harlem World.
Okay.
So I love Puffy. I love what he represented. So like music kind of like saved me and kept me in the house. I really, music did it. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I ended up from that, like later on, with her like accepting me back in the house and stuff like that, because it wasn't long. It was months. It wasn't even that. And like I said, I'm down the street, so technically I'm still on the block. You know what I mean? I started bootlegging CDs. So when I started bootlegging the music, I didn't have really time to be outside or be on any foolishness because I'm sitting and burning this music and then going outside and seeing who wanted it. You know what I mean? And that was big. That was big. So that was like my coming up. That's what I was.
Is that the far as you went with the music? Have you ever tried to like actually become an artist yourself?
Okay, so I know I can't rap. I always knew. No, I couldn't rap. My partner, I actually tried to make beats early on. That's why I'm like real big on like shedding light on the producers and stuff. Like back when I was coming up, producers didn't get as much shine as they get now. You know what I mean? And salute to like Timbaland and Swiss Beats and Pharrell and all those guys, Dr. Dre, Puffy too. But like the era before that, like it's a thing now for producers to get the shine and people know who the producers is. I knew I didn't want to rap, but I figured I could make the beats. And so I tried to make a beat. One of my mom's ex-husband, right? Her sister. So my aunt, right? She either bought it or had Fruity Loops back in the day, like the first version. Yeah,
it still is.
It's still the shit, And I did make a beat on that, and everybody was like, "That's cool," like, but I never had it on my own to have it at home to really do it. So I didn't get a chance to really like tap in and really do that. But I ended up. I also later on went to like barber school and stuff like that. And to see the passion and the love that all the people had for cutting hair and beauticians and stuff like that, it made me want to get in my passion. And that's when I went to the Nelly School. So I went to school for engineering. I went to EI to learn how to engineer, make beats, business and stuff like that. And when I got there, that was in my latter years as well. I also knew I can't sit still long enough to make no beats. But all the rappers didn't talk to the guys that made the beats, and all the guys that made the beats didn't talk to the engineers, but everybody at school talked to me. And it was like, oh, that's my calling, like my job. Like I wanted to be an A&R. That's when I knew right then that I wanted to be still in the music industry, but that was my way in. I knew I wasn't going to rap, make beats, even engineer, because I'm learning how to engineer, but it was like, I don't want to do none of that. Yeah. I want to link all these people up now. And that was like 2014, 13-ish, 15, somewhere in there. Now they like just DM each other now. That kind of knocked my job out still. So that's how we kind of got to where we at now. But yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna be a rapper. To answer your question, I knew I wasn't gonna be a rapper. I always loved everything they did, but I knew I wasn't gonna be one for sure.